coming at you with another episode of Josh's Sports Vlogs. So, over the past few days, I've been posting videos about the Cleveland Browns and the NFL draft and all that. I even posted a rant about how the Major League Baseball should change their schedule, should change when they release their schedule and all that. But the one thing is the NBA. So that's going to be the primary focus of this sports vlog. So, the Rockets are somehow leading the Western Conference right now. Well, not somehow. They've flat out dominated. I think their win streak is at like 16 games? Something around there. I might be a little bit off on that. But it's around that. That number. But Curry and Kevin Durant and Draymond Green, even when all of them get healthy again, I don't see the Warriors catching the Rockets. But does that mean that the Rockets are going to go to the NBA Finals? No, it does not. Why? Because the Warriors are a very good team. Duh, they won the NBA championship last year. Stephen Curry, who never should have been unanimous MVP, I've stated that many times. It honestly makes me a little bit upset. I'll get back to the Rockets Warriors in a minute, but I need to get something off my chest. So this is also a sports rant. Stephen Curry never should have been unanimous MVP. Never. And here's why. Yes, he's one of the best shooters. He might be the best shooter. Arguably, he might be the best shooter in the NBA, in the history of the NBA. That I agree with. Keyword is that he might be. I'm not sure yet. Some people like Reggie Miller and Charles Barkley are already saying that. And that he's a surefire Hall of Famer. Even though he's got 2 championships and 2 MVPs, I'm not quite ready to call him a shoo-in and Hall of Famer. Let's see where he's at when he retires. Then, by that time, will have changed my mind. But anyway, getting back to my original point of why Stephen Curry should not have been unanimous MVP. Here's my reasoning. The reason I believe he was voted unanimously as MVP was because people had never seen a shooting performance like what he was doing in 2016. And then the 2016 NBA Finals happened. This is why the MVP should be done after the finals, because in the 2016 finals, Steph Curry was absolutely dominated by Kyrie Irving in that series. Dominated. Steph Curry got so frustrated in Game 6, he threw his mouthpiece at fans and got ejected. Come on. And you're telling me that he got unanimous MVP? Are you kidding? No. His defense, he's not a good defender. Yes, he will pass and get assists, but he primarily likes to shoot it. That doesn't sound like MVP to me. That just doesn't sound like MVP at all. But again, the main reason he won unanimous MVP is because the media and fans around the NBA, whether it was a Milwaukee Bucks fan, a Phoenix Suns fan, a Washington Wizards fan, Golden State Warriors fans for that matter. Everybody was enamored by his shooting. And that's the main reason why Steph Curry won unanimous MVP. That's my personal opinion. Am I a little biased? No. I don't believe that. You might disagree. And you're allowed, and people are allowed to disagree with me. That's totally fine. But I personally do not believe Steph Curry should have won unanimous MVP. Fans across the NBA and the media got caught up in his amazing shooting. And I mean that's what you do, because he was shooting from nearly half court. So that's just how it works. But there's got to be more when it comes to the MVP than just shooting. There's got to be more. But enough of that little rant. I had to incorporate that little rant. But getting back to my original point of Rockets Warriors, I hope that's the Western Conference Finals matchup. Because Houston won the season series 2-1. And last year, everybody was anticipating this great Western Conference Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors. And then the infamous Zaza Pachulia, whether he stepped on Kawhi Leonard's ankle or not, and cost him the rest of the series. That whole saga happened, and once the Spurs lost Kawhi Leonard, it wasn't that great of a series. And out east, the Raptors are leading the Eastern Conference, which I think is very important for them, because I've been to Air Canada Center before. Not even for a playoff game. It was a regular season game against the Utah Jazz. I don't remember the exact date. But my point is, they were, of all the NBA fan bases I've seen so far, quick update at the end of the first period in AHL action, San Antonio Rampage lead the Cleveland Monsters 1-0. But getting back to what I was just saying, Toronto Raptors fans have been the most passionate fan base I've seen so far in my visits to 19 out of the NBA teams' arenas. Yes, I know I originally said that Philadelphia and Washington were going to be arenas number 19 and 20, but there's been a slight modification, because as I said, when I was in Minnesota, the game ended up getting canceled, so it doesn't count, because now I have to go back to Minnesota, back to Target Center, and actually see a Timberwolves game. So until I do that, the arena mark, the number of arenas I've seen is at 19, not 20. But getting back to the NBA, the Eastern Conference. The Raptors are leading the Eastern Conference standings right now. And that's important for them, because as I said, Raptors fans are ridiculous. They support their team like nobody else. The only arena that could possibly be louder is Oracle. But even though it wouldn't be a great matchup, because the Warriors would probably win the series easily, I would love it if we could somehow get Raptors-Warriors in the finals, just to hear those two arenas and how loud those two arenas can be, because it would be fantastic. But anyway, so the current standings in the Eastern Conference are, for at least the top four, I believe it's Toronto, Boston, Indiana, and Cleveland. The Cavaliers have struggled. They went 3-3 on their six at Denver, losing at the Clippers and Lakers, beating the Suns, losing at the Trailblazers, and beating the Chicago Bulls. So it's been a interesting season. I believe I don't remember their exact record, but I believe it's like 9-7 since they did their crazy trade over roster overall. It's something like that.